Hey guys, Miss Brittany here with you again today. I hope that everyone is well. I know we have been, seems like, trapped at home for quite some time. I hope that everyone is taking some time to take care of themselves. We always need to practice a little self-care so we can have a good quality of life. Today, I'm going to introduce to you another Smart Moves lesson. And the lesson just builds off of previous ones, and it's how do drugs and alcohol affect me and harm me? How do I develop resistance to peer pressure and learn to say no to alcohol and other drugs? And so we need to recognize that there are two different types of peer pressure. There is spoken peer pressure, and then there is hidden peer pressure. And those both can be used to influence the decisions and the activities that we become involved in that can lead to unhealthy quality of life. So we're going to also explore the different ways to say no to peer pressure. And so when we think of peer pressure, what do you think of? What comes to mind? And so pressure is a force. It's a force, an influence, and it cannot be avoided. And so that pressure is pushing against something or the other, one thing or the other, and it's a force. Okay, it is pressure. Now, peer pressure is the feeling that someone your own age is pushing you towards making a certain choice, whether it be good or bad. And so there are a lot of times that we do not wish to participate in certain things. Maybe our friends are doing something that we know is wrong or that we do not want to do. And so we say no. And then our friends continue to push us and pressure us into doing that thing. Now that is peer pressure. And we're going to encounter that a lot in our lives. We're going to encounter that as an adult as well. I know that I have encountered these things even after graduating high school. And so peer pressure occurs when a person asks you directly to do something or says things that push you towards that choice. Spoken pressure is when a friend tells you they will no longer be your friend anymore if you do not participate or do the thing that they're trying to get you to do. An example may be to smoke a cigarette. And so that is a verbal type of pressure. Maybe they might say they would spread a rumor about you at school, or say that you weren't cool, or maybe that you were a geek or a baby. That is spoken peer pressure. And so for both types, spoken and hidden pressures, there are going to be people that use a lot of different tricks. And so these tricks are going to influence you into doing something. And let's just kind of look at some of those peer pressure bag of tricks is what I'm calling them on the worksheet today. And we will also upload this for you guys as well. And so the very first one is a spoken peer pressure, and it is called rejection. I know a lot of times I have felt rejected in life. Maybe someone didn't want me to be a part of something, or they didn't want to involve me. And so I felt rejected. I felt left out. And that is a spoken peer pressure. Another one is to put down. So to call someone a name, to insult them, to make fun of them, make them feel bad. That is a spoken peer pressure. And reasoning, giving reasons to do something or why it would be okay to do something. So when you say no, the person is trying to justify and reason with you why you should do this with them. And then the hidden. This is called the huddle. A group stands together, talking or laughing, maybe looking at something that you cannot see, with their backs towards you. And so that's called the huddle. And you feel like they're most definitely talking about me. and it makes you feel very bad. And so that is also hidden and unspoken at the same time, actually. And then there is the look. I know a lot of times that you could be at school. I've experienced this as well. And kids who think that they're cool, they might give you a look to say as if you were not cool. And then the next one is the example. Popular kids simply buy or wear or do something, and because they set an example, others want to follow. Everybody wants to fit in life and fit in at school. No one wants to be left out or bullied. And so just because someone does these things, that doesn't make them cool. Our actions and our personalities and our moral values, those are the things that make us who we are. It is not what we wear, it's not our shoes or the way that we fix our hair. Those are material things. Those are possessions. We had spoken about those in another lesson. And so that is also another form of peer pressure in the Bag of Tricks worksheet. And so they just kind of get other kids. They try to influence them to, maybe you've heard, jump on the bandwagon. And that is to be like them because that is what's going to make you cool. But that is not true. That is not going to make you cool. And so we talked about knowing your no's, exploring how to say no. And we want to be assertive. And so that means to be very firm in what you mean and what you say. And I will also try to upload this for you as well. And the assertive no behaviors are to stand up straight. So have very good posture and make direct eye contact. Speak in that firm voice. Use a quick and polite tone of voice. So very simple and short to the point. Use definite words. So that means these words cannot be interpreted as anything else. And so, no, I don't want to. That is what that means. No one can say they thought that that meant something else. So use definite words. Walk away. Just get away from the situation and repeat the refusal as often as needed and claim the right not to say why. You do not have to justify to anyone why you do or do not want to do something. If it is something that you know is wrong in your heart, it is okay to say no, and you don't have to explain the reason why to other people. And so there's just a little note here at the bottom I'd like to share with you. Why is the assertive no more effective? Compared with the other no's, it is harder to argue with someone who simply says, no thanks, I don't want to, in a firm and polite way. If someone asks why, you don't have to give a reason. You can politely say, I just don't want to. And you can say that as many times as needed, as many times as you need to, for that person to understand and get the point that you're not interested. If the pressure persists, you can return the challenge by saying, I thought you were my friend, or I don't drink, I don't do that, and if you're my friend, you won't keep asking me. And so those are different types of ways that we can use our no, and let's be very assertive when we do that. And so that is all that I have today, guys, and I hope that we have learned something, and I hope to see you soon.